Hello everyone, how are you all doing out there today? I hope you're all good and I hope you're having a great week. So, you can see what we've got, but what have we got? We've got Fans Toys Berserk. I think a few people have waited a long time for this figure and it's finally, well, suddenly arrived, pretty much out of the blue. We'll crack it open and get some first impressions. But of course, let's start with the box. We can see it's got some quite nice box art. We've got Blitzwings there in his robot form, in jet mode and tank, pretty much advertising the product quite nicely. On the top, we have the airplane. On the side, a bit of branding. On the bottom, tank mode. And on the side, again, just some Fans Toys branding. Leading us to the back. The lighting's a bit bad at the moment. And then we can see some action shots, side, front and back view. And a bit of information about Blitzwing. It looks like it's been taken from the Transformers website. The fan-made one, I forget the name. Yeah, so all in all, pretty much standard Fan Toys packaging. I did notice a barcode on the top. I might do a screen grab of that and see where it leads to. Anything interested, I'll report back. Okay, come on Lex, let's crack the box open and have a look. Be right back with you. Okay, so what do we get? Of course we get the instruction book and collector's card. We get a very nice painted blaster. Is that gonna focus? And here's a sword. Very nice, pretty transparent purple with a bit of yellow accent in the middle. And then we get some more eyepieces, 3 of them. Not sure why you'd need them. Bit odd, oh well. And then for the main event, you get Berserk, or better known as Blitzwing. See if you can tell what I paused and did then. Yeah, I just flipped out his turret, make it look more like the proper picture. Right, first impressions, open them up. Very nice. Yeah, very shiny, full of paint, really looks the part. I was a bit apprehensive about getting him because Star Toys version is pretty good, and we'll have a bit of side-by-side comparison of that shortly. But first impressions, I don't know how well it comes through on camera. The paint just makes it look more like a collector's piece. Don't get me wrong, the Star Toys one or the DX9 one, which I haven't got anymore, both brilliant. But the finish on this guy just looks, it just puts it over the edge. So let's have a look at him. I'll get him into a bit more of a pose. We'll have a look at the character, who Blitzwing is, and then we'll do the articulation. Coming right up. Okay, so Blitzwing first appeared in 1985, and technically his last appearance was meant to have been in Five Faces of Darkness Part 5, where Megatron, or Galvatron even, banished him. However, he was regularly appearing again in the Headmasters. Moving on, there's been a few Masterpiece Blitzwings over the years, notably, as you can see now, the DX9 version, which was quite chunky, very robust, and also the KFC Diecota, a bit more in line with the Masterpiece, maybe a little bit too small, but again, not a bad attempt. But I think the current two we have now, which we're looking at, being the Fans Toys one today and the Star Toys, which we'll compare later, are probably the two best ones. Okay, so let's get back into it and have a closer look at the figure. Okay, so as you can see by the picture of the two, he looks pretty bang on for how he looks on the G1 cartoon. accents all matching. Obviously a bit of Flantoys bling with the metallic chrome even accents and chrome visor. Very good. Lovely shade of purple, cream, really matches. Let's have a quick look at him from his side. Considering it's a triple changer with lots of different parts, to me that feels quite thin. Yeah, he's got a backpack, and we'll talk about that in a minute. That is not massively massive. Back, well, pretty clean. Well, obviously the other side's going to be the same. And back to the front. Yeah, so very clean, very good looking figure. Articulation, well, we know the arms are not going to go all the way around. They are on friction out, with a friction at the elbow. Over 90 degrees elbow joint, out to there, and down to there. That bit, the bicep swivel, loses a bit of sculpt when it turns. Not too bad. Hands, standard Fantoy stuff. Leg, very stiff front ratchet. Yep, I'm going to move both hip skirts. There we go, all the way forward. Not even a click back. Move the arm up. Friction outwards. Toe tilt up and down. And sideways, and we've got a pivot on the heel. Well, that's pretty good. So yeah, well, being such a big bot, I wasn't expecting to have much articulation in him. So I've noticed when I was getting him into a pose, he is pretty back heavy. So when you're handling yours, just make sure you keep that in mind, it can tip over. Well, being a big bot, and if you've got a bigger collection, he'll probably end up going in the back. So he's got a bit of support behind him. Let's see how he holds his blaster. And we'll try attacking from the front. Okay, so pretty much standard peg. Now, bear with me. And we're back. Yeah, holds the gun fine, just takes a bit of persuading to get into the palm of the hands. And also when I was moving, the knees sort of went back on me a bit again. Sort of reminds me of the knees on the KFC Jinrai figure, All Power Master Optimus Prime. A bit weak around the knees. Okay, but in terms of how it looks, you can't fault it. Okay, I think that's about it for that. Let's get some comparisons done and then we'll wrap up. Be right back. Nearly forgot to say, size-wise, he is 23 centimetres tall, just under, and that works out to be about 9 inches tall. Yep, so quite a big bar. I'd class him like Megatron size Optimus Prime. So let's bring in some other guys to compare him to. And starting with the burning question, here is Stars Toys. Not too much wings going on here. Let's make a bit of space. So, there we go. I don't like how he's posed. Let's just organise that a little better. Yeah, looking at them side by side. Yeah, you know what? The Fans Toys one, he does look better around the waist. The only reason I'm saying that is the more tapered, opposed to the blocky version of the Stars Toys one. It makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, but still, you can't fault the Star Toys one for the price, the ruggedness of it, and the more playability. More of a looking at piece. You know, maybe I'm edging towards Fan Toys on that one. Okay. Here's another Fan Toys big boy in the form of Astro Train. Uncle Thomas. Yeah, they look good together. Nice height matching. Something a bit more modern is KFC's, not KFC's, you want X-Transbot's Misfire. A little bit shorter. Modern theme, looks great. And last but not least, let's see him next to MP44. There we go. He is head to head. They're about the same height with his turret. He's actually taller than Prime. Okay. So, again, another Show Z purchase. I just find them convenient, fast shipping, and if there's any problems, they're usually really good at sourcing them out. Nowadays, it's similar to the prices here in the UK as buying it from somewhere local, but you know, Show Z have a convenience of points and whatever. I paid for him, I think it was about $180, which works out to be about £134. So a bit of a pricey figure. I suppose it's not as bad when you pay the deposit down and the rest of the balance is just easy to clear off when it's due. So would I recommend him? I haven't transformed him, I'm not sure if I'm going to. The problem with the Fans Toys ones is the transformations are quite involved. I don't like the paint chipping. And I'm probably going to have this guy displayed as my main Blitzwing, so he's going to stay like this. So I'd recommend him if you're going to display it as the Blitzwing itself, and then if you wanted one as a Uber models, maybe get the Star Toys as a tank or the Fighter Chat. I think that covers it. I think I got there in the end. Anyway, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Take care and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.